Second best drill in golf coming right up. It's the one-leg drill, and we're going to add a ton of power to your feet together drill. Here it is. Hey, Shawn Clement here, Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center, headquarters for Wisdom in Golf, and as part of our 10th year anniversary, we have a nice series of videos that we're bringing about once again that have been a huge help to so many of you. Feet Together drill we just uploaded last couple of days ago. The one-leg drill, and you know, a lot of you thought that it was a little peculiar that I was hitting the ball that far on one leg, and it dispelled a lot of myths for many of you. And I got my flight scope unit this time around to help us out. The original was done about 10 years ago. Time flies when you're having fun. I got the gray hairs to prove it too. So the one-leg drill is an amazing acid test for how your downswing is unwinding through the ball and towards your target. So if we look at how we're going to do this properly, we take our original golf posture, dynamic golf posture, which means we're bending forward from the hips and we're engaging glutes and quads, and we're applying that nice suction into the ground through our arches. And now if you look at my center of gravity, as I bring my right foot back, see how my center of gravity moves back with it? So both feet on the ground, right foot back. Now I'm going to take my right foot and drop it in a place where it feels like it's not going to pull me to either side. If I bring my right foot back too far, you'll notice now I can't stay in balance on my lead leg throughout the action. So too close, and it's going to impede me in the backswing. So I want it to hang from my hip joint, where it's going to be staying in a beautiful position and not collect any weight at any given time. So watch what happens here with the center of gravity. It's going to move this way. Now when I swing back and through, notice the weight is staying inside my left ankle, inside my left ankle. Don't try to stay at the same level. Allow the legs to extend. They'll come back down and they'll extend again on the other side. You're already wired for this. And even if you don't do it at first, don't worry, it will come, okay? So, foot back, notice how the foot is on the inside of the tiptoe. So often I see you doing this, and then invariably you're going to be pulling weight onto that leg and you're going to be ruining the effect of this drill. So we want inside tiptoes. So when I take my backswing, notice my ball position is going to be on the inside of my forward leg. See how I'm still able to tap my toes, swing through, still able to tap my toes. So the pressure, the weight pressure, is going to stay on the inside of my lead leg, both backswing and follow through. So the last thing I want to do, if I play the ball too far forward, I'm going to have to go get it, and I'm going to have to lose my balance in order to do that. And if I play the ball too far back, I'm going to have to reach back. I'm going to lose my balance to do that as well. So where do I position the ball where I feel I won't have to go fetch it? Right about there. So notice how I'm getting my distance between me and the ball. You'll notice the distance between me and the ball changes depending on where I put that right foot. Now from there, I feel like gravity wants to put the club right there. There's the distance I should be between myself and the golf ball. So I'll take that machine and bring it in. Then I can go ahead and perform my task. So you notice in the backswing, I can really go get much more range of motion than I did with my feet together. My feet together, I'm a little bit more locked into that posture. When I drop that foot back, it opens up the hips like crazy. It gives me this huge, beautiful range of motion. I can go back and gather more backswing, which will give me a lot more effortless and powerful whip. So you remember we're hitting the shots about 170 yards carry with the 7-iron. with the feet together, let's look at what happens on one leg. So you can hear more velocity in the swing, more compression in the swing. I'm going to give that a little bit more of a fade this time. Gather. I can really get some nice whip in there. Draw. I'm going to go a little less. It's very easy to overdo the strain level. So keep that strain level down. There we go. Nice whip. So let's have a look at, you hear the sound? So you'll notice my carry with the 7-iron has now gone to a whopping 205 yards. So the total distance, don't look at that. I mean, I got a 2-piece range ball. My club head speed is now at 97 miles per hour. Ball speed is at 131. And the spin obviously has gone up significantly. And so obviously if we look at, there's number 3, 199 carry. There's that nice big draw we were talking about. Number 2, there's my fade at 189 carry. And there's 203 with my first shot with a nice draw. So you'll notice when you're behind the ball that way, I really feel, so we talk about when we're getting behind something. Imagine a door frame. So if I get my door frame here to help me out, and let's say we were chopping down trees with an axe. So there's my mock tree. Okay, let's see if I can get that to stand for you guys here. Come on, baby, stay right there. And let's try it this side. Ha-ha! Beautiful. So if I had this ball right up against the side of the tree, see how I'm behind the hit? So if I played the ball too far forward, I'd have to go lunge after the tree. And if I played the ball too far back, I'd have to reach back. Right about there, I feel like I can just take it back and let it rip. So you'll notice there's no... Oh, man, that's the best one yet. I wonder how far that went. So you'll notice that I stayed behind that tree for the duration of the shot. See, we got 214 carry on that one. That was just a wallop. So the range of motion gives me more momentum gives me more compression, more velocity, and you'll feel that your grip pressure intensifies obviously through impact. And when I'm behind the hit, so you'll notice backswing, impact. So you see how my hands come through first, my hips are still clearing, I'm collecting the ball here, releasing the ball there. Notice that position that I have is nicely behind the hit. And then the shoulder collects my head and brings my head up. So you notice how I'm just sitting there right on top of the tree, and I didn't let the motion pull me out in front of the tree and across. So if I go after the ball, well, obviously I'm going to come, down and around and pull it to the left. So remember that this is a grass cutting tool and that the sole of the club is meant to swing along the surface of the grass. So if the sole of the club cuts the dandelion stem here, then the ball will meet the center of the club face and leap into the air. Gather. Let it release. So you'll notice when I'm performing those tasks, like a good lumberjack, so if we look at feet apart, and for many of you, with the feet together drill, you're going to say, wow, I got great contact going on here, feet together. And then when you get to feet apart, let me try that one more time here. There we go. Then when we get to feet apart, you start sliding around because you're used to allowing you've got a different philosophy going on. You're trying to lift the ball. For many of you trying to lift the ball, you're going to slide back here and try to scoop the ball up into the air, or you're going to go after the ball this way. Notice how I'm in front of the door frame now. So I want to feel like I'm using my right leg to hold myself against my left leg, very much like a hunter with a high-powered rifle. He's getting ready to hold himself against that target. He's not sitting on his back leg getting ready to fall over. Same thing here. Notice how this looks like I'm ready to go that way against my tree, against my door frame. I gather, notice how my head did not come off that tree. And notice at impact, so the downswing, I'm right up against my left foot and I'm unwinding very much like a one-leg shot. So the one-leg swing is going to give you the feel of what it is to unwind around the inside of your lead leg. So notice, to pound the crap out of the ball, pardon my French, you don't need the help of your trail leg. If you load up on your right side and try to fire your right side, your center is going to be moving all over the place like a washing machine in a bad spin cycle, and you're going to be spewing the ball all over the trees. Versus centered, 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 centered. Beautiful spinning action, very tight. The water can get pulled out of the clothing beautifully. You get some nice dry clothes when you're done with that cycle. Same thing here. Gather. Stay with it. You see how I'm staying centered through the shot? And the more centered I stay, the more the G-forces of the swing are going to be able to compress the ball. Whew. That was just crushed. It feels so easy to produce. It feels effortless. And by the way, this is Bubba Watson. This is Jack Nicklaus. Okay? These are the movements of the guys on tour that have this beautiful range of motion, big distance. And oh, by the way, Bubba was #1 in greens in regulation for the longest time. We ignored that stat. All we could see was a very strange homemade swing. We couldn't get past the fact that it looked different than all the other swings out there. Where Bubba was onto something, still is, and we're picking up that slack. Enjoy.